Do not.
At the small forward position.
2K Sports checks
You guys ready
in
for
with
this
our
podcast?
loyal viewers with a broadcast from Los Angeles, the home of the Clippers, the Staples Center. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, Mark Kellogg, and Greg Anthony. And now the Golden State Warriors starters.
I'm
The
already
Splash
seeing.
Brothers are the guards. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes at the small forward. It's 2-on-1. And here they go. And taken away by Paul.
What do you mean? Who's Kyrie?
Jordan with it. He kicks it to Paul. It's stolen by Bogut. For the finish. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there.
Are you watching
nice
this?
steal, and then how about the elevation,
Fix
Kevin,
my mic.
on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
I didn't give you guys a left team.
Here's Jordan. Inside.
What do you mean?
Here's Paul.
I didn't know so.
Soft touch off the glass.
And you know, it took them a while
Yeah, I'll
to get
just mute
going,
it.
but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Nice shot by Bogut. Bogut's got his second bucket.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now, here's Thompson. Dre Jordan. Here's Barnes. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defending, and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Green the pass to Thompson. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
Warriors leading by 8. Here's Curry with the 3, and he gets the bucket. Curry's got 5.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead,
What?
and we're still in the first
I muted
quarter.
myself.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense too.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he has struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson. Warriors have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Curry. And Pierce pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Iguodala. Here's Green. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Warriors?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
Barnes. The shot from the low post is good. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night.
Already, they piled up 8 second chance points.
Feasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
They double up Pierce. Jordan. The Clippers rebound. Paul kicks to Griffin. Looking to end the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
I tell you what, it's almost like...
Hello? 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 Is anyone
They
there?
steal it to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Warriors leading by 13. Here's Barnes. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of
Michael, are you
ourselves
there?
just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night.
Michael, do you hear so much in here?
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Well, at this point in his career, Clark,
Michael,
it's
where
safe to
are you
call Chris Paul one of the all-time great point guards.
Yeah, without question. I mean, for a long time, it
Can
was
you hear
hard
me?
to argue that Chris Paul wasn't the top point guard in the league. Even now, you can make arguments for others, but Paul is always going to be in the conversation.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Iguodala outside. Here's Spates. And terrific work on the offensive glass. Spates has got his first bucket in this one.
Let him pick up.
Paul kicks to Crawford. Back to Paul. Stevenson against Iguodala. Smith. No one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
And with Paul, it is all about his consistency. Other point guards will have better years or stretches than him, but he just puts up huge numbers year in and year out, literally like clockwork.
And that's not even close.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case, or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
He's about right, because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up there.
No.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. It feels like they've gotten every loose ball.
The feed now to Stevenson. Now Aldridge. He could go.
Ooh, I would have definitely been the buzzer beater.
And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan, who talks about the inspiration he drew from head coach Doc Rivers.
Doc told me, you know, you should.
A strong case can be made that Jordan played like the defensive player of the year, Clark, this past season. And the fact that he didn't win it, looks like it'll keep him motivated.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I love the passion he plays with defensively. It seems like a burning fire, and Doc has stoked that fire with desire and inspiration. You've got to love how the passion to play defense burns in DeAndre.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That's on Andrew Bogut.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. The DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen zero drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skills and IQ.
Thompson for 3. That's good. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion.
Pierce has checked in for Blake Griffin. Curry can't get it to go.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pierce attacking. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. He was all alone on that one. 8 points for Steph Curry.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism. He brings a lot of intangibles, though, and I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about it. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Deep 2 from Crawford, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Crawford's got his first points of the game. Warriors leading by 20. For the 3. Another miss by Curry. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. The drive by Jordan comes up empty down low.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Crawford with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. From deep. Crawford, no luck. Golden State's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Jordan against Bogut. Pierce dishes to Redick. Back to Pierce. The 8-footer. Jordan trying to free himself up.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
This is not a tough case to crack. I mean, if they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on defense.
You know, you can't fall asleep in transition. Everybody needs to hightail it back to stop these fast break chances.
The Warriors making a switch here. Spates is checked in. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. It's Crawford on the wing. Poked away. Johnson, that's for 2. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. As former coach of the year, rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. So for the Clippers, Cole Aldridge. He's checked in for Jordan. Smith comes in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Paul in for Jamal Crawford. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there, Kev.
LA's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And here's Golden State. They're on a 13-5 run here. They grabbed their own miss.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
It's offline from half court. The Warriors have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds. So for the Clippers, Griffin comes in for Pierce. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for J.J. Redick. And the Warriors also making a change. Livingston's checked in.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim. And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Iguodala. Griffin grabs the board. Pulls up, high post. Stevenson missing again.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. 54 seconds left here in the second. And the wide open shot from Paul. No good on the triple.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. Azili kicks to Spates. From deep three-point range, the shot is off. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. The putback, Griffin, the follow-up jam.
Was there any doubt what he was going to do with that putback? Flush it down.
Oh, that's some energy we just witnessed right there.
And that's the kind of energy you have to display when you want to attack that offensive glass.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Paul can't get it to go. Here is Livingston. They need this one. No good. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. The Warriors on top, just dominating this one. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's...
Doc, looking at the
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. It was all about Golden State as the game got going. They launched into a 6-0 run with an impressive effort on both ends of the floor. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Boy, it was rough down there in the paint, and they were just dominant, taking it to the rack. But that's what you have to be willing to do. Take the action to the heart of the competition without any fear. That's why this is already a blowout.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just...
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
It's been a really good night for Steph Curry. 13 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Pierce in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Here's Paul. Lets the three fly. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Curry. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Paul for three. Here's Jordan. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Jordan's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers. Warriors leading by 20. Here's Curry with the three. Curry with another miss.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
From deep, and the officials call a traveling violation.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
And Griffin, here we go, to the middle. Here's Pierce. Here's Jordan, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Jordan's got 4 points this quarter.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
And so Doc Rivers has had enough. Timeout. And the Clippers have possession. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case. There to stay that tight on him. And
here's Bogut. Offensive rebound. Griffin against Green. From outside the arc. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Griffin. Clippers trail by 21. That's a 2 from Paul, and he's able to get it back. It's rebounded by Golden State.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
14 feet away. Griffin passes to Jordan. The second chance effort. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. 8 points for Jordan.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Warriors leading by 22. Curry outside, and the officials call a traveling violation.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. Good. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist. Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Smith comes in for Blake Griffin. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Festus Ezeli comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. And the basket by Johnson. And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter of the game. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
But they're rebounding. They've given themselves a lot of second chances, and it's really helped them.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And he sinks the second.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Rick, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Bucket. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
Here is Paul. 10 points for him. Aldridge dishes the ball. And the rejection by Ezeli. The three from Stevenson, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Iguodala. The rebound by Johnson.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And the basket by Stevenson.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Barbosa. No luck. Excellent D there by Johnson. Tries again. And it's good on the way in. Ezeli's got his first 2 points.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Paul Pierce is checked in for Los Angeles. And the Warriors also making a change. Green's checked in. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Second team foul. Shooting for Los Angeles. Josh
and that one misses.
Taking 2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Aldridge, no good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but open. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Warriors shooting a meager 37% for the game. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Barnes and Green are the forward set. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Bogut in at the 5 spot.
They have got to box out better than that. That putback's just another example of what a difference there's been between these two teams.
Unloads from 13. Misses off the left iron.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
But they'll get another chance. Here's Thompson. And at last, they get one to fall.
You know, as soon as that shot goes up, you got to start boxing out then. before it hits the rim. They're getting beaten up on that glass.
And if they can eliminate those second chance points, obviously easier said than done, then they're going to have an opportunity in this game.
Pablo Prigioni, he's checked in for Pierce. And the Warriors also making a change. McAdoo is checked in for Green. The drive by Bogut, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Prigioni. Here's Jordan, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
Checking out the game DeAndre Jordan is having. He's got 10 rebounds and 1 steal as well.
That free throw, no good.
You know, a career high for DeAndre Jordan in free throw attempts a game, almost 6 a game. And a lot of those actually came from the Hacker Jordan tactic.
Johnson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Golden State also making a change. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Andrew Bogut. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Golden State. The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. And he gets it to go. 10 points here for DeAndre Jordan. As you said, Greg, Hackett Jordan was in full effect last year. Not a great thing to watch, obviously, but a viable strategy given his career free throw percentage.
And what's funny about the Hacker Jordan is that it usually works in his favor. Historically, when Jordan shoots over 10 free throws a game, his team almost always wins. I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
It's stolen by Curry, and it's the Warriors on the break. Rush gets the bucket.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
That's good.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Curry outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got 11 rebounds in the game.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Clippers making a switch here. Wilcox is checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Ezeli. Offensive rebound.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed out. And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Warriors shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Really left alone that time. Hey, 18 points for Steph Curry.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And that is good.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Aldridge comes in for Jordan. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Blake Griffin. And that one's good.
They have a little extra mojo going here, a little extra pep in their step, more hustle in this second half. They're doing a much better job in terms of second chance points.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Festus Ezeli. Green comes in for McAdoo. Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. They get it back.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
The Warriors shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. And Curry the bucket on the assist from Green. 20 points for Steph Curry. The Clippers shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Paul's shot is off.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Hands are the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Smith comes in for Blake Griffin. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Paul Pierce. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Golden State also making some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a doughty win for the Warriors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board.